Hey, how you doing?
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
All right, who did this? I'm not mad. I just want to know who did it so I can punish them.
Don't look at me. I think these people are completely nuts.
Oh, welcome to mi casa. That's French for front door.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
It's the Al Travis Show. We've got her Life with Katie. Talking about, I have no idea what we'll talk about. We'll find out. I got a list, but just before you went on, just before we came in the green room talk, you mentioned the Northern Lights here, Aurora Borealis, or whatever they go. People are screwing this thing up for all of us. So here's how I understand it. So it's some infrared lighty thing from the sun. It blows off electrons, and that skips past the atmosphere, and lights glow. Happens all the time. Generally up northern, up in Canada, that sort of, it happens all the time. And they rate them like G1 to G5. G5 is goodness gracious, everybody can see this bad boy. So we're doing it all the time. And like 2 days ago, we're in like a G5 or G4, and that meant all the way down here in Minnesota, you could see it bright as all this and that. I don't know how to put this. People get mad at me. It's kind of like when the news guy, the weather guy stops down to tell you what phase the dang moon's in. Don't care. It's been full like once a month for my entire whole human existence. I don't care. It's not a news item to me. So the idea that this happened, I didn't really think much about it. But the world blew up. Every human you were friends with in Minnesota had to put a shot of the Borealis lights on their Facebook post. Am I lying?
Well, not everybody, because I didn't, because I was super disappointed. I went out night before last and looked around. And granted, I live in the big booming metropolis of Chanhassen, so I understand that.
Light pollution.
Right. And I'm like, okay, I don't really see anything. So then last night, but then I saw pictures, and I've got friends who've got some beautiful shots. And I'm like, wow, that's really pretty. So then last night, I got my son and my dog, and I'm like, come with me. Let's go see what we can find. And we got in my car and drove. I'm sure I scared the daylights out of a lady who was walking her dog on this lonely street that I'm like, we're going to go down this road because there weren't a lot of street lights, and the houses are further back. And she's out walking her dog, and I stopped my car, and I'm sure she thought, oh my God, here we go. It's like, not to worry. We're out on a scavenger hunt. And I'm looking around at the sky, and it's like, don't see anything. I took my phone out, and because then that's the other miracle thing. Can your phone see it, but you can't? And I was like, well, maybe a little bit, but So then we drove a little bit further to someplace else. And then I feel like, again, couldn't see anything. And then got out my phone and took some pictures, and they're pretty, not bad. But I'm like, okay, is this just the color that my camera sees the city lights, or am I actually getting some footage? I went home, went on Facebook. A gal that lives in my own neighborhood, which is like 2 miles from here, 2 miles tops from where I just was taking pictures of not much of anything. Mm-hmm. Her picture, it was like fuchsia. It was, the sky was lit up like somebody dumped some paint on it. And I'm like, okay, seriously. She's looking at literally the same sky as I. I get it if she was up in Walker or Brainerd or whatever, it would be like, okay, I'll give you the sky
different,
might be different, but the sky's not that different. What gives?
There's a couple of things here, as I understand. Last night was not as big a night as 2 nights ago, or as I understand it, this evening. It's like it was a G5, then it dips down, G1, whatever. Here's what. So your camera, evidently the exposure, when you hit, take a picture, it exposes longer than your eye, so it catches more of the spectrum of light, yada, yada. Okay, guess what? A magnifying glass does that too. I don't wander around the world trying to look through a magnifying glass to see what the difference looks like when it's not what I'm going to see anyway. Not a big fan of that whole idea. But last night, so my wife, and I do love my wife. This is not to rip her. Because of all her friends on Facebook the first night mentioning all the beautiful photos and the pacing and then and you know what? 1 or 2 photos enough. The 21 film roll you got of every is over the top.
Well, see, and that's the problem with not having to have the Kodak film and then having to take it to Walmart or Walgreens or wherever to have it developed and then have to go pick it up a day later. If you were paying $5 to get that developed, would you take 21 pictures? You sure would not. No,
No.
maybe one would do, if that.
Okay, let's do a little editing. You've got 21 photos. Give me the 2 best where it pops off, the colors. Give me 2, put them on there, and maybe I got enough time. But anyway, all our friends had done this. And then last night, it's like, we got to get up. We got to go out. We got to take a look. We're going to miss this. And I said, I don't really care. Al, we should just put your shoes on. We should do this. And I don't know, got lost doing something. And somebody posted, thank God, these are the people I love. Somebody posted, it's too cloudy, can't see anything tonight. And wife goes, I guess we missed it. They can't do it tonight. I was so happy. I'm not a thug. I just don't. Okay, there's lights in the sky. It's like when they say meteor showers. If you get up like 3 o'clock, you're going to have the. I can get up at 3 o'clock, go see a thing go wink past me.
I would love to do that. I want to see some. I want to see some northern lights, and I would totally get up to do that. I would totally get up to sit and watch meteors. I think that sounds phenomenal. I think it's interesting and pretty. It just frustrates me when everybody else has these beautiful pictures. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What am I not seeing? What am I not getting?
I don't want to. Do you have a Verizon iPhone P40 or whatever? I have no idea which one takes the best photos, but evidently it's how long the camera's open. And again, back to, I don't want to be insensitive. I saw it. How is, okay.
Okay, but people act like they're walking outside and the sky is painted bright pink. And it's like,
they're lying. They're lying. But back to, it's kind of like seeing, let's say, the Grand Canyon, right? You've all seen pictures of the Grand Canyon. We've all, saw it from, when who the Evel Knievel tried to fly over it on a motorcycle. We know what it is. It's a big hole in the ground. My family did a whole family trip to go see the big hole in the ground. We drove forever. And in 15 minutes, it's a hole in the ground. These people taking pictures of the Northern Lights. Thank you for getting up kind of cold. You took a photo and you put it on Facebook. Do I have to see it in person, or can I not understand what happened? It's like the big hole in the ground.
My former husband would call it the Griswold head nod. You get out, yep, there's a Grand Canyon. And you get back in the car and drive away. And it's like, really, that was it? Okay.
Well, we went to Yellowstone Park and saw Old Faithful, right? Mm-hmm. Of course, it's got to be a learning experience. You got to talk about it the whole way there, and how every 22 minutes it goes off. So you get there, and like, oh, here it goes. Here it goes. It does it. Then you wait another 22 minutes just to prove that it's 22 minutes. There you go. And now you're in the middle of the forest, 100 million miles from anywhere, and you saw it happen. I could take a documentary from Channel 2 and be just fine with that.
Right. Yeah, but look how spoiled we are. There are these miraculous things going on in the world, and you're too busy to get off your couch to look at it. And then you look
Well, it was Survivor night. I'm sorry. Do you watch Survivor? It was Survivor night.
Oh, I thought it was the Golden Bachelor finale that maybe kept you inside.
No, by the way, and I should mention this, I actually had a friend send me the link to the end of the Golden Bachelor, because we talked about it on the air, and I'm like, I'm not watching this stupid thing. I'm done with old people on TV.
Well, you know what? The first group kind of blew it for me. I will say I watched one little snippet on Facebook, and this Golden Bachelor, if you thought Jerry was a drip, this guy had like zero personality. And it's like, really? There are women fighting over this guy? I don't buy it for 1 second.
It's TV time. It's getting that huge ring that you get to keep if you stay married 90 days. It's the vacation. It's a whole lot of other stuff, in my opinion. All right, we got to go to break. Does it bother you that the penny's gone?
I didn't know the penny was gone.
They're getting rid of the penny. Well, they can't get rid of it. I mean, it's out there. There's zillions of them out there. But it costs 4 cents to make a penny, so they're going to stop making them.
Well, if I were the government, I would think they'd make more. That seems like the kind of thing that they'd be like, you know what, let's double down on that. I think we should produce more of them.
Well, this is old man Al, because business-wise, if it costs 4 cents to make a penny, it doesn't make any sense to make the penny. I get that. But I've been collecting pennies in jars like forever. Like every, I just
problem. If they were in circulation, they wouldn't need to make.
Well, no, if I kept them, never put them back. But I have a jar. It's actually kind of a huge metal thing shaped like a golf bag. And every day, whenever all my change goes in there, I just keep piling in there. I don't try to fumble and get the change to the gal. I'll take more change, and I put it in there. And then every year, 2 years, whatever, when we're going to go on a vacation, it is absolutely my spend it any way you wish. You want to spend too much on a cigar, spending and there's always hundreds of dollars in this thing, and it's like my fun thing. And now you're going to stop it? I don't want that to stop. I actually pick pennies up off the ground to put in my jar. I mean, I'm the only guy who stops and pick a penny off the ground. I do it. And now they're going to stop it, and I'm kind of mad. Kind of hurt.
Well, maybe people will throw their debit cards on the ground now, because what are they going to do now when we finally get rid of money in general? It'll be like, oh, look at that.
Well, they want to do that digital thing. And until in digital currency, everything's going to be on. Until they figure out how in the world to stop the news once a month telling me that some huge customer guy, all our customers were stolen from us, and now they have your information. Like, you're going to give them your information to your bank to just say, hey, go ahead, wipe it out, no problem. I will never. I don't think I'll ever go for a complete digital thing.
Right, that's a horrible idea.
For folks who don't know, Katie is one of the big muckety mucks at a place called Mainstream Boutique. And this is going to give her great insight on what I want to talk about on the other side of the break.
Okay.
Can you force people who work for you in this kind of industry to be nice? We talk about it next with Katie.
You need a friend at the Capitol who knows how to get things done.
And you're in luck, because that's exactly who we are, your friends at the Capitol, and we deliver results.
At Momentum Advocacy, we bring decades of experience in lobbying, public affairs, and crisis communications.
From local nonprofits to national corporations, we help you move policy, manage your media, and make your voice heard.
We're not just seasoned pros, we're essential partners.
Momentum Advocacy, your friends at the Capitol. Learn more at momentum-advocacy.com.
Braver Angels Minnesota is part of a national movement that brings together conservatives, liberals, independents, and others to restore trust, respect, and goodwill in politics. We seek not to eliminate our differences, but rather deal with them head on, with respect and understanding. We do not try to change people's views, but how they view the other side. There will always be differences. Braver Angels Minnesota believes the best way forward is to change how we deal with those differences. Join the civil conversation at mn.braverangels.org.
Don't need to ask him his opinion more than once. Al Travis on the Al Travis Show.
We've got her Katie in with Life with Katie, and I mentioned she's a big muckety muck in the retail space. And then this story comes out, and I find it freaky, a little off-putting, and I think, well Katie's going to have an opinion of this. So Target comes out with a new policy they sent to all their employees. Basically says, if a customer comes within 10 feet of your aura, you are to turn and smile at least, nod. And if they get within like 4 feet of you, you must initiate contact with verbiage. Hi, how are you? May I help you, sir? And wish them a good day if this ends. I get it. That's nice. Shouldn't they hire people that would be natural for? Because that poor child that is just trying to make, $8 an hour, whatever they pay, stocking shelves, does not want to be talking to the creepy old Al guy, should not be hi, sir. How are you? Have a good day. Shouldn't you just hire those people?
Okay, so here's the deal.
Okay.
I have worked at both Target and Walmart in various iterations of my life.
Oh.
Walmart was at least 15 years ago. Target was, I worked at Target first. So Target and then Walmart. That was a policy back then. This is not new news. There was
why would they put it out then? Why would Target
rule? You had to say hello to people if you were within 10 feet. This is so not news. It's like, hey, guess what? Target's selling milk. Oh my God, you're kidding. There is nothing new about this.
Okay. Then why are they letting that go?
People are now making $15 an hour. So if I'm paying you $15 an hour, yeah, you're going to say hello to people.
See, but I don't think you can fake that.
Yeah, that's obvious. And yes, you do have to tell people. Yes.
You do. See, because that's...
You 100% have to tell people that
why?
They need to say hello
then
to
you're
people.
hiring the wrong person is my point. You're small. You're not quite Walmart, so you can hire people who are pleasant that way. Johnson's Super Value Days. Hey, they love me as a bagger man because I'll just talk to anybody and show up. Hey, how you doing?
What shut you up? Yeah,
I know, and I still have that brown bow tie. But my point is, so you hire people for the job. So I get it, and they're huge, and they're just trying to get people to stock shelves. And they may not be friendly enough, but you can't fake that. I get within 4 feet of you, and you're not that human. You can't fake it. Little Bob's like, he's going to be looking down. He's going to try to make sure no one has you know what I'm saying? You can't make people be people.
Yeah, but you got it. That it's not new news. And yeah, should the people then not be, if you don't want to say hello to people, should you not be working there? On the other hand, Target needs people and people need jobs. So guess what? There are people that are going to be working at Target, stocking shelves and doing different things that are not people, and all they have to do is say hello.
So here's what
I have such an opinion about this. It's
that's why I asked
and
you.
Of course, they should have to say hello.
Here's what Target should do.
I would fire people if they didn't.
Here's what Target and Walmart should do. I'm going to be honest. They should have different colored schmucks. Is that what you people smocks? Whatever they call. So I know whatever you put on the outside. Everybody's wearing the red at the Target, so you don't know if you're working with pleasant guy or you're working with the guy who just wants to, load the shelves and get out of Dodge. Not bad. I'm not judging, but I feel iffy walking up to just anybody at either of those stores to see if they can tell me where whatever product is. I feel iffy about it because maybe that guy's got something more important going on. Old man, wander through sporting goods, you'll find it. Whatever. I feel iffy about it. Now, maybe they have the ones in the bright yellow. You can ask them anything. They're the cheery people. You go to them, they can't wait to help you. That would help out a ton. And my other point is there are places in these stores you should not allow your employees to talk to me. Pharmaceuticals. You're standing around looking for, a Mucilex because you just haven't had a good crap in a while. Last thing I need is the pimply-faced kid who I walked within 10 feet of because he's stocking something down for my eye, and can I help you, sir? No. Some places you don't want anybody to help you out. I'm not lying. Oh, yeah, you do?
No.
Oh.
No, that's true. But it's again, it's not new news. And, of course, people should say hello to you.
All right, and they should.
A bare minimum expectation.
And they shouldn't, but they shouldn't be forced to. Anyway, and then the last thing, because you say, why would they announce this?
They 100% should be.
Target announced that they're slashing prices on milk, eggs, and butter in time for the Thanksgiving holiday season. I don't know. It's kind of like bananas. You can get like 20 and a half pounds at Quick Trip for $1 or some crazy number like it's called a loss leader. Is it that surprising? Who doesn't have it? I'm sorry, Target. You're not killing me. You might lose a little butter, but while I'm in there, I'm going to buy this, that, and the other thing. Why is that a news story?
Well, it's not. And you know what? Yes. And then the other thing, when I worked here, this grinds my gears too. When I was at Target for, I don't know, doesn't matter how long, I was the department manager of dairy and frozen. It was summertime. We had no butter. We did not have the market pantry butter. But our computer said we had like 120 cases of it or some stupid thing. I'm like, but we don't. And they would not let me zero it out. Well, it's got to be there somewhere. No, I'm pretty sure if there was a pallet of butter in the dairy case, I'd be able to see it. There is no freaking butter. So for one entire summer, we did not have salted market pantry butter at our Target because of the idiots in charge of
the computer people.
And it's like, and that's what happens when you don't allow people and
the ability to take
decisions. It's like, okay, we got 3 dozen corn on the cob. Can we get some butter? No, you can't. Or yeah, you can. You can go to Cub Foods across the street. Good luck.
I'm out of time. I had no idea this would hit you like as hard as it did. I'm glad you had a very nice opinion on it, but we're completely out of time. Katie will do it next week. It's Life with Katie on the Al Travis Show. Wow.
Right?